Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Recently I bought, hopefully I can grab all of them in one go, quite a lot drugstore makeups, and let's talk about them. I will start from the base, then move on to the foundation part. This time I didn't buy any eyeshadow palettes because I look around, I didn't really see anything that really catches me in a way. It looks for me a little bit too common. I will do another shop in Boots soon, so hopefully I can grab some new palettes over there. Let's get started. Couple of items I already mentioned in my last vlog. If you haven't seen that one, or you interested in vlogging type of videos, do check out this one. So I'll start from the base. One is for the eyes and one is for the face. For the eyes is from Revolution Pro. It is the Blur Fine Line Filler. And the other one is from L'Oreal. It is the 24 Hours Pore Minimizer, which is this one. The Revolution Pro, it looks like this. Let's talk about this one first. I quite like it. The key function for this is to smoothen out, as it's described, to fill up the fine lines, especially surround your under eye areas. What this look like is look like a concealer. When you smudge out, it's like a lip balm. When you touch on the skin, you feel it's similar like silicone-based pore minimizer, that type of product. It is very easy to be used. I literally just applied it after the sunblock. In terms of the result, you will see it better after you applied foundation. Another great thing about this, I've used this one with 2 or 3 different foundations, basically with all the foundations I have currently. It hasn't worked against any foundations or even concealers that I've used. So for the price of it and for the result is actually a thumb up from me. On the other hand, the L'Oreal 24 Hours Pore Minimizer, a little bit disappointed for me. First of all, start from the texture. It's not a texture like a typical pore minimizer such as Benefit one, which we know the most. And this is more like a gel base. And when you smudge out, you see, you literally feel like you touch a gel on your hand. It absorbs the fine, it has a little bit tinted smell, it's not bad at all. Once it's been absorbed, you do feel very smooth surface. However, it doesn't actually minimize the pores. If you see the before and after, all you feel is being mattified. Therefore, visually, it has less reflection on your pores. If you use the same foundation, then you try it with and without, you actually get the same result. Besides, this one works with limited products. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this. Okay, let's talk about the concealers. I got the NYX Concealer Serum. My color is vanilla. Then I got the Maybelline's Superstay up to 30 hours concealer corrector, and my color is number 11, which is this one. And I think this is old friend. It's L'Oreal Perfect Match concealer. My color is vanilla 2N. None of them I like it. Let's talk about pro and cons. For NYX, this one, the formula itself is quite good. It's typical liquid lipstick. The more you smudge it, the more stickier you get. And when you smudge it out, it seems very fine, very smooth. Another thing I like about it, because it's more serum based, therefore it's much more friendly to work around the eye areas. However, if you use on its own without any primers, for example, it does occasionally get cakey or dry patches. I can't really pinpoint out why, but one day you use it, you finish it perfectly. The following day, you feel like you didn't change anything, then you use it again, you're like, oh, Why I got the dry patches for my eye bag? It's like a little bit unstable performance. Then let's talk about the L'Oreal, this True Match. The color I got is, see, it is a skin color, but it is, as its name is, vanilla, and slightly darker than my own skin tone. So what I wanted to use is to cover the like acne marks or little bit uneven patch or skin tones. The coverage is really not a concealer. For example, like today's makeup, I swipe it on the face and left it for a while before I smudge it out. It's still way low coverage than you wanted. For concealer's perspective, I wouldn't choose this one. Last one is Maybelline. This one, to be honest, I had the highest hope because I absolutely loved their Super Stay, this collection, the setting spray. This one is really, really good. You guys see how much I got left. Let me put this way. It says up to 30 hours. That's probably the only good thing about this concealer, from my experience. For my expectation, concealer shouldn't only last long. Yes, it's great if you could, but at least you can conceal. Let's put it that way. It looks very nice when you smudge it out, easy to be blended out. But the coverage, okay, do you see what I mean? Do you see this part? This part, it works like just sheer foundation. It's kind of like a brighten up your skin, evened out, and that's about it. This should be actually the first one I'm supposed to talk about. Anyway, it's from L'Oreal. It contains SPF 50+, including UVB plus UVA in very high protection. You guys know I'm always on the hunting for new sunblocks. I like it and I hate it. This one. Let's talk about the positive side first, is the finishing. When you need to shake it well before you use it. It's very liquidy. See? Ooh, it drops right away. Very easy to be smudged out, but the one thing you need to be careful, if you're sensitive skin, I highly recommend you to test it out before you actually apply it on the face, because as soon as I apply the first time, it's a very strong like alcohol feel on your face. It gets a little bit of tinkling, but it disappears very quickly as well. The more you massage on your face, the quicker it disappears. After it's been absorbed, but before it completed set, it's still a little bit sticky. But once it's fully set, when you touch your face, you just feel smooth, and it's not mattifying, but it reduces your little bit like a face oil. If you're combined oily skin like myself, or you oily skin, you will definitely like it. And on top of that, this has really good oil control. Throughout the whole day, I only got the very minimum face oils coming out. I just need to tap over with a bit of tissue, and this one really makes me feel safe. However, I can only use this when I no need to put the makeup on that day, because this sunblocks against with most of my primer as well as foundations. It's so easy to get patches and get those, you know, the powdery stuff after you apply anything else on top of this one. This one has to be the last one I use. After this, I better just keep my bare face as it is. Anything layer on top, most likely will have a trouble. Then let's move on to this. This one you guys definitely seen it from my last vlog. This is from Maybelline, which is their Perfector 4-in-1. It's primer, powder, concealer plus BB cream 4-in-1. And the other one is from NYX. It is their Blurring Tint Foundation. I personally prefer this out of this. This Maybelline one I mentioned in my last video. Apart from the coverage, I kind of like the rest. The texture is quite interesting. It is, when you squeeze out, you feel like you squeeze out like chocolate mousse. And when you touch it, when you smudge it out, and when you feel it on your skin, it is like mousse. It is very, very lightweight, easy to be spread out, and most likely feel like slippery when you smudge it out on your skin. It is matte finish, very easy to use. Once it's set, you do feel there were like a powder contained. You feel very smooth surface, but it's not smudge proof, which means you will still need to set it with powder. What I like about it is very, very easy to use. You don't need to use any tools. In fact, if you do use those puff to apply this, it actually gets cakey. You do need to just use your bare hand. And another thing to remember is you need to get right amount, not too much, not too less, right amount at first time, to get it right at the first time, because once you smudge it out into the area you let it set, it's easy to get cakey when you want to lay it up. If you get it too less, you feel a little bit pointless of applying it. That part is a bit tricky. Some of you probably feel it's very inconvenient. For me, I don't mind that part too much because it only took me a couple of times to figure out how much I actually need to use. And it's very handy for me, like a full-time mom. You only probably got a couple of minutes to finish your base of your makeup. And this is pretty much like, not daily, but definitely the first thing I'm reaching out when I'm in a rush. NYX, this one, I don't like it. How to say, it's so easy to cake up. Let's put it that way. When you smudge it out, you feel it's very, very creamy, but it's very quickly to get dry on your face. It doesn't match the formula, let's put it that way. When you smudge it out, you feel, oh, it's very creamy, easy to be blended out. It seems like good coverage on hand when you do the swatches, but when you apply it on the face, it's very easy to get dry patches, and it's easy to work against with some of the concealers, for example, and the L'Oreal, this one, it doesn't work with it. Even with its own brand, NYX, this concealer serum, two of them sometimes against each other. And also, by the way, also it says blurring tint foundation. I don't see the blurring part. For me, pretty much just evened out the skin tone. On my face, it doesn't show much blurring effect. And I got 2 brow gel. You guys know how desperate I actually needed for my brow gel. I didn't bring any with me when I came back to UK. So I went to, with the drugstore haul, I went for NYX this 2. And one is the Thicket. And the other one, it is the brow glue. Both of them I chose with color. This one, from the holding, like hold the shape perspective, this one is way much better than this one, as it's named as well. However, it is literally just take the drugstore box. You compare with some slightly better or higher price line brand, such as even Benefit. This one can't really compare. The applicator is way much better because it's very small. So it's easy for you to maneuver on the eyebrows, especially when it's just finished. It gives you the perfect support. But throughout the day, it does kind of like faint out a little bit, especially if you feel your brow is itchy, you give a scratch or something like that. It does impact the result. On the other hand, this one, start from the applicator, it is way much more bulkier than the other gel one. Besides is the color. If you look at my both brows, I used this on this one, not this one, but you see, you don't see too much difference, right? Then mascaras. I'm kind of expected the result because for my eyelash, it's very difficult to find a suitable mascaras in Western or Europe or more international brand. Here's why. Let me talk about what I got. One is Maybelline New York's Sky High Mascara. Look like this. This one is from Rimmel London Kind and Free Mascara. Look like this. And this is from L'Oreal. There are 3 different applicators. For me, Asian eye shape, this 2, top and the bottom, they don't really work for me. They are little bit, how to say, a little bit bulky for my eye shape. The one in the middle, which is L'Oreal one, which is thinner, is not bad. But the three of them, the same challenges are the product inside, it seems a little bit too wet and more towards cream rather than fiber, that type of texture. It doesn't matter how much I curl my lashes, as soon as I apply them, it gone flat straight away. Three of them all have that same result on me, unfortunately. This time I got two lip products. One is from L'Oreal and the other one is from Bonjour. Bonjour, this one, it is a liquid lipstick. When I look at the color itself, oh, I really like it. But when I swatch it and try it on the lip, I find it is a little bit too light and ashy for me. Although when you look at on my hand, you see, it seems nice, but when I apply it on my lip, it make me look pale and make me look like unhealthy. Color, I think that suits me, but the formula is really nice. And besides the applicator, it's very small, delicate, very easy to use. Once it's dried, by the way, it goes to full matte. It's quite lightweight. It doesn't really minimize your lip lines, but it's non-sticky, very easy and comfortable to wear with. L'Oreal, this one I really like. I need to tell you guys the colors, which is 115 on my lip. The applicators is very easy to use as well. The nicest thing about this color is it has good level of pinch patterness into a brick brown red lipstick. So when you look at it on the first swatch, you feel it's like a more warmer tone, a typical brown red or brick red color. But once it's set and then you look into the mirror, you feel like, why I feel it's a little bit of pinky petal in there as well. In terms of the formulation, it is a little bit sticky. That's one thing I need to highlight. Some people don't mind, some people would. I've been wearing this for over, let me see, for over an hour and a half, and it's still a little bit sticky, look. In between, like inside, it's not as sticky as after you apply this because I've been talking a lot. But when you see outside of my lip, like outskirting of the lip, it is still a little bit sticky, so just bear that in mind. Other than that, this is a really good liquid lipstick. From the color design itself, especially this color 115, it is very nice, it suits most of the skin tones, goes with most of the makeups, and also, you know, in trend in the season as well. Lastly is the Maybelline's Lasting Fix. You guys know how much I love this one. Hence, when I see this, I didn't even blink and I bought it. I would say this, it definitely helps your makeup last. However, you feel like you have like a teeny face oil everywhere. It's not necessarily a skin healthy glow, but it look like more like a face oil. So every time I have to use a tissue to dab it off the glow, then after that, then it's okay. It does help your makeup last longer, but I personally would prefer this one. Would prefer the new Superstay, this one. This one doesn't change the finish of your makeup. That's something I personally prefer. So, hope you liked today's video, and also please share with me your current best favorite makeup items from Drugstore. Please do leave your comments down below, and if any items I haven't tried, I would love to find it out and try them out as well. Hopefully when you see this video, my shipment should be here somehow. Then I will also have the videos that I owe you guys. Yeah, those videos will be planned and scheduled, and hopefully we'll be see you guys soon as well. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do. So lovely to spend time with you guys as always. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video.